It's Transformers 96 here with another review where I'm just talking about figures and statues that are coming out for Transformers that I'm very interested in. And yeah, so this has just been a really good week for Transformers news for some reason, I don't know why. But both ThreeA and Prime Studio 1 have shown figures and statues of Transformers that are coming out, and definitely worth talking about because I'm really liking them, I have to say. Starting off with ThreeA here, apparently ThreeA got the license for Transformers a while ago and they really haven't done anything with it as far as I know until now. They did just show Bumblebee, which looks really fantastic. This is basically a Hot Toys kind of quality figure. You know, 3A is a competitor of Hot Toys to make 1/6 scale figures, you know, for high-end prices, of course. The thing to compare it to would be Real Steel. They did the toys for Real Steel, so the price range for these guys will probably be around $300. Overall, this Bumblebee looks fantastic, I have to say. Looks very realistic and could even pass as just a picture of the CGI render of him. And you do get battle mask as well as a cannon arm, looking very nice. Really quite wonderful, and he will come with the accessory from Dark of the Moon, which, you know, is one of the pillars that is bringing Cybertron to Earth, which is really nice. We've never got that accessory from any Transformer before, as far as I know, and he is the one that stops it, so it is a fitting accessory to go with him. And this is a Dark of the Moon style Bumblebee, which I like a lot, because I enjoy Dark of the Moon. I enjoy the designs of the robots from Dark of the Moon. Now, not only did they just show Bumblebee, but they did announce 3 other figures that they're doing. They're doing Optimus Prime, which will be shown next month in January. And then they're doing Megatron and Starscream, both of which will be shown in February. Very excited for that, but even though Optimus Prime isn't supposed to be shown till February, we did get a little look at it. This is like a leaked image, I believe, of him, of the prototype. Overall, this prototype looks really nice. Without the colors on it, it is harder to tell how good it would be. But I have to say, it does look quite nice. I think Bumblebee looks a little nicer than this, but it might just be because Bumblebee is very stylized photos, while this one's more of just standing straight up and down. He will come with a cannon, his swords, as well as one other small accessory that I can't quite tell what it is. And then hopefully he'll have 2 different heads to show his head without the battle mask on and with the battle mask on. Overall looking quite nice. So overall, I'm very excited for these 3A Transformers. I hope they do much more than these 4. The ones that I would personally be interested in buying, Starscream is one that I'll definitely buy. I mean, assuming that it's a good looking figure, I'll definitely be buying that one. I like Starscream a lot, and I really have wanted Hot Toys quality Transformers for a while now, and of course these don't transform, which is why they look so good. And so I'm very looking forward to seeing Starscream back in February, and hope that goes on pre-order soon after they show it. As well as Megatron, I don't have a plan to get Megatron, but as long as he looks like, if he looks just mind-blowing, I'll definitely consider it, but I don't plan on getting Megatron in this moment. And Bumblebee and Optimus I'm not going to get. I'm only going to get Decepticons. All 4 of those are in the Dark of the Moon style, apparently, so that's a good choice, I have to say. I think that Megatron and both Starscream look quite nice in Dark of the Moon, so I'm going to be very excited to see them. These do have lights on it, it looks like, as well, and they'll be 15 inches, like I said, so very excited for this series of figures. Hope they don't stop at these 4. Hope they do some more characters and some more bizarre characters. I'd love to see Shockwave, Lockdown, Sideswipe, Brawl, Blackout, just any of those characters I would love to see. I'll probably be sticking to Decepticons, though, if they do more. But overall, that was quite nice. Now going over Prime 1 Studio photos. Now here's Brawl. They are doing a bust of Brawl. Now this company makes really great looking busts and statues for Transformers. The only problem is they're very expensive. The statues are about $2,000 a piece, and the busts are about $150 and higher a piece. So these aren't cheap little items. You have to really pick and choose unless you're quite rich. So I have to say, so overall this Brawl looks amazing. He does have light up eyes. I'm a big fan of Brawl too, and considering he's such an odd character, it's really great to see them making him. Now, when they showed these pictures, I wasn't super surprised because they did show a prototype of this months ago at a toy fair, and I absolutely loved it. So I'm looking very forward to getting this guy, and he is quite big. From that toy fair, they had him, you know, with other figures, and he's a big bust. He's not one of the smaller ones, which is really great. And I have to say, just looks fantastic. They might be making a full-length statue. They haven't said anything about that, though, yet. Here it is from the back, looking very nice. This one just looks great. If it's not super expensive, if it's $150, I'll definitely buy it. If it's $200, I'll think about it. If it's over $200, I'll still think about it, but it's a little harder for me to justify paying that price for just a, you know, an 8-inch bust or so. But overall, looks wonderful, I have to say. And then the very next day after showing this, they all of a sudden came out with the pictures for their busts of Ironhide, which is wonderful. Again, no word if they're going to be doing a full-length statue, but this bust looks quite great. Very exquisite, I have to say. You know, following the same style as kind of Brawl, where you get the Decepticon symbol at the bottom. One thing that's kind of weird is he just has one eye. I don't know. I mean, this might be accurate. I'm sure it's accurate to the movie, but just I don't remember him having one eye like closed or kind of like an eye-patched eye. I'm not sure, but maybe like in Dark of the Moon or Revenge of the Fallen or something, he doesn't have an eye for some reason. I'm not sure what's up with that, but assuming that's accurate, this just looks like a wonderful bust, I have to say. And definitely one that I'm not going to be into, because with these being so expensive, I'm gonna pick and choose really Decepticons, because I'm much more into Decepticons. Now the final thing that they showed is the next day after showing these two busts, they showed a preview picture for a statue that's coming up, and it's just the kind of the side of the head of this character with complete gray. They didn't show any color in it, and they showed coming soon. And that figure, which you can completely tell from the picture, is Shockwave. And then apparently, over the weekend, they did show the Shockwave prototype at some type of toy fair. Overall, looking absolutely exquisite. Now, this blew me away. I have to say, I am salivating over this picture. It just looks incredible. So much detail and so much character is in it, and I have to say, I absolutely love it. You know, we really don't have a good example of Shockwave. The Hasbro one, I've always said, is very flat, and he's got just a huge chest, but then it's very flat. This is much, you know, this is completely accurate to the movie. It's a smaller chest, but it is bulky in the back and front, which I think is something that the Hasbro toy just completely fails of, and this just looks incredible. Now, like I said, this will be upwards of $2,000, so very expensive. That being said, I'm considering it. I definitely want to see the full pictures, and I want to see the final price tag. I'm assuming that it's not too much over $2,000. I might consider it, because I love it. I have to say, I absolutely love it. Here are some more pictures. They do have just a little painted version of his head in front of the prototype. As you can see, the paint is wonderful. They completely capture the CGI render of this character, and I have to say, just looks absolutely amazing. Here's a great picture for size comparison. As you can see, he is huge. For both Megatron and especially Optimus Prime, he is taller than them, and he's not even on a base. So he's incredibly, he is taller than Optimus Prime, and Optimus Prime is on a base. That's just insane. And he's a decent amount taller too, so he's gonna be huge, which scares the living crap out of me, because if these guys are $2,000, how much is this one gonna be? So I'm really hoping that it's not super expensive, because I love it, I have to say. Here's an example of the light on Shockwave's head, looking really wonderful. It's red, very accurate to the movie. Here's just another angle from that prototype, looking incredible and just beautiful. I have to say, it is an absolute piece of art, and I am incredibly excited to see the full one with his base, as well as his right arm, which is his gun arm. That's a pretty interesting arm, so I hope that they have his arm in a nice position where maybe he's got his shoulder here, and then his arm's kind of bent down, and then his gun like comes up way here. That would be kind of a nice little design to have him standing there like that. And hopefully he has like a light on the end of his gun. I would really like that, I have to say. So overall, some really great Transformers were shown. 3A is doing a line of posable 15-inch figures for around $300 with some really good characters, while Prime Studio One is doing a wonderful array of busts and statues, not only of the main characters, but of some of the side and very small characters in the movies. So there are some great Transformers coming up, all of them quite pricey though, and I'll definitely be getting Starscream, and I'll probably be getting the Brawl bust, and I hope I'll get this Shockwave statue, but I'm gonna need more information before I can make that decision at this time. Overall, some great pieces. I'm incredibly excited, and definitely wanted to make a video expressing my feelings of these new new items coming out from Transformer movies, even though the movies are kind of done, because all of these have been like Dark of the Moon figures, which is kind of crazy. So there you go. That's my little video just expressing my thoughts of the new Transformers. Thanks so much for watching.